The first game of this long road trip, 6-2. Obviously, Garrett Cole was a big reason why. Great start by him. And DJ LeMahieu also contributed with 2 home runs.
Yeah, 2 seasons, right? In the first half struggles, but the second half he's hitting over 300, especially after the All-Star break. And his 7th multi-home run game last night, number 10. A little hanging breaking ball off of Eflin, and another one off of Kelly, number 11. Great to see him get back and swing the baseball bat.
Well, take a look at these numbers that Jeff's talking about. 311 in his last 30 games. On-base percentage of .423, which is the 4th best in the American League, and a solid OPS of .898. Now, obviously, everybody wants to pitch like Garrett Cole did yesterday, so the matchup today, they're going to try to copy what he did last night. Tyler Glasnow, an excellent starter for the Rays. He'll get the go, and then Clark Schmidt for the Yankees. He's been a pretty reliable starter for them all year.
Yeah, he has his last outing against the Red Sox, 5 2/3, tied a season high in strikeouts with 8. He's starting to get a feel of that cutter as of late. There's that slider down and into a lefty, another sweeping slider there. Really good outing, and that's what you want to see. If he watched how Garrett Cole faced the Rays last night, he can do the exact same thing.
Let's take a look now at Tyler Glasnow.
Yeah, he's got electric stuff. 6'8", has one of the longest strides in baseball. Really hard for hitters to jump on that fastball, and he's got an electric slider, 92 miles an hour, to go along with a really good breaking ball.
He strikes out 33.4% of the batters he faces. That's the best in the American League. As for Clark Schmidt, 20 starts allowing 3 runs or fewer. Again, they want to be just like Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole, with his outing last night, it just continues what's been a great 2023. He could be headed to his first Cy Young Award. Meredith Marakovitz caught up with Garrett Cole. We'll hear that interview next, right here on Yes.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just 1 cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
The sun is setting on Toyota's national sales event. Wait, they have until September 5th.
Right now, get 3.99% APR on a new 2023 RAV4 or Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
With the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box, however you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta.
Oh, hello.
As parents, we pay Outback for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
Wasn't me.
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Welcome back to Tropicana Field. I'm Meredith Marakovitz, just outside the Yankees clubhouse alongside last night's starter, Garrett Cole. Garrett, last night, 7 2/3, 11 strikeouts. When you reflect on that performance, what stands out to you?
I think just pounding the strike zone and staying ahead, being rather efficient with quite a bit of strikeouts, I guess.
What are you most proud about this season when it comes to what you've shown throughout the course of the season?
Just doing my job. I go out there, try to put a good game plan together and give us the best chance that I can to win the game that day. And we've just been prepared a lot, and we've been doing a pretty good job.
How do you think you've evolved as the season has gone on? You talked a little bit about last night and kind of trying to tweak every time you're out there.
I think just constantly asking yourself how you can get better, and then taking feedback from your teammates and whatnot, who are also trying to stay ahead of the game. You're always being hunted by the opponent. So, I mean, it's just kind of the way it goes. It's an ebb and a flow of adjusting and readjusting and try not to get too far away from what you do best, but always add a little bit of a wrinkle.
You mentioned those teammates. The guys are dying to know, what are the conversations like between you and Ben Rortvedt?
I mean, I'm just trying to make sure that we're on the same page, really. I mean, oftentimes there's a lot of information at our disposal, so the objective is to make the right call, but keep it simple too. I mean, when you're in the game and you're between the lines, you have to recall things like quickly, and so the best way to do that is to communicate as much as you can, and force that communication so much so that it feels like sometimes you're talking to each other without talking to each other.
You had said last night you're not thinking about the Cy Young, but how do you block that out the rest of the way, Garrett?
I just keep answering it like I'm not thinking about the Cy Young, and I mean, I think just because I enjoy my process the most, and I enjoy just showing up to work every day, that if I just be myself and just stay true to that, then that's where all my focus goes anyway. So
best of luck the rest of the way, Garrett.
Thank you, Meredith.
Plenty more to come here on the S Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by Jeff Nelson. First pitch coming your way after the break.
As parents, we pay out the for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
You put up with me for that long. Enough room for me. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Good job. My name's Robert, and I want to live.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season's just 18 weeks. That's it. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel, with live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at a Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night in Buffalo.
Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets and get $100 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Get saucy. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the new Defender 130, 8 seats, infinite adventures. By Grand Palladium Jamaica Resort and Spa. Visit PalladiumHotelGroup.com today. By Northwell, raising help for more people in New York than anyone. And by Stop and Shop. Feed the moment. That was Meredith rushing to work today, but she's here. We're all here, big crowd at the Chop after they honored Carl Crawford in the inaugural class of the Rays Hall of Fame. So the Rays have taken the field. We'll take a look at the Yankees starting lineup, brought to you by TikTok. DJ LeMahieu, the hero last night with 2 home runs. He'll be at first base leading off, batting second. The DH Aaron Judge. Gleyber Torres has been hot all the month of August. He's at second base hitting third. Cleaning up right fielder Giancarlo Stanton. Isaiah Conifalef at third base from bat fifth. Batting sixth, playing center field, Harrison Bader. Everson Pereira in left field, bat seventh. Batting eighth and giving Anthony Volpe a day off, the shortstop Oswald Peraza. Ben Rortvedt behind the plate, and he is going to bat ninth. And that lineup is facing that guy, Tyler Glasnow, making his 15th start, 6-4, 3.35 ERA. Let's check out the Nissan Pitchers scouting report.
Well, he has great secondary stuff. He's got a slider that he's just developed over the last 3 years, and it's about 92 miles an hour. It's nasty. He's got a really good curveball, wipeout curveball. Height advantage, he's 6'8". His stride is about 7.5 feet longer than a lot of pitchers, so the hitter really has to react quickly. And 15, this is 15 start. You know, he's been around 8 seasons, and this is his most starts in his career so far, number 15 on the year.
Let's check out the defense presented by Buick. You've got a Rosarena in left, Raley in center, and Lowe over in right. In the infield, it's Paredes, Basabe, Lau, and Aranda. That's third to first. Pinto behind the plate, catching Tyler Glasnow. All right, Jeff, let's go to work. The keys to the game brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, clean baseball. You can't give extra outs to the Rays. They're a very aggressive team, very good offensive team. Runners in scoring position yesterday. 4 for 13, not bad, but you want to get that big hit. Pereira last night, big 2-out base hit RBI. And run, you got to steal some bases. They had some opportunities yesterday with Volpe. Volpe's not playing today, but Peraza, you had Torres on the base pass. You have to put some pressure on the defense of the Rays. Get into scoring position, use the running game.
All right, game 2 of this 3-game set. Yankees won the first game last night. LeMahieu's ready. Glasnow's ready. And let's do it here at the Trop. First pitch upstairs. We're underway. Gabe Morales is the home plate umpire. Adam Beck at first. Dan Iasonia at second. And Clint Bondrak is over third. And there's a strike.
And 97. His fastball will reach 98. 96 to 98 has the slider and the curveball. The change not so much. And he uses that slider, curveball, and fastball all around the same percentage, so he mixes it up well.
This is Glasnow's first game as a 30-year-old. His birthday was on Wednesday. He's in his 8th Major League season.
30's getting old.
That's in your rearview mirror.
Well in my rearview mirror.
Basabe across the diamond. One away. Take a look at what Gabe Morales is all about. He's pitcher friendly. Calls more high strikes, more outside strikes on righty batters. And Gabe in his 10th big league season.
Yeah, you got to love that if you're a pitcher.
Here's Aaron Judge. Rough night last night for Judge with 4 strikeouts, but he did walk and score. High fly ball right field. Low coming in, makes the play. Sound like a broken bat as well.
And that's what Judge saw last night, a steady diet of breaking balls. That's all he saw from Eflin when Kelly came in, the side armor from the right side. And again today with Glasnow, sliders and curveballs.
Last 2 games, Gleyber Torres 5 hits and 10 at-bats. Had a great month of August, hitting over 350. Just caught the outside corner of the count 0-2.
Glasnow's last start against the Angels, gave up a season-high 7 runs in 6 innings.
He was out from June 2021 until last September because of Tommy John surgery. Then the first 2 months of this season, missed with a left oblique strain. Was the American League Pitcher of the Month in July, had a 2.11 ERA, 51 strikeouts in 38 1/3 innings.
He's got great stuff, and like I mentioned, at stride at 6'8", getting out there almost at 8 feet. When you're that tall, it just jumps on top of the hitter, and the hitter is almost like you're reaching out. You can touch the hitter at that height. I mean, Randy Johnson was 6'10". I don't even think he had a stride that long.
The 3-2. And Torres works a 2-out walk. That'll bring up Stanton.
Right fielder, number 27, Giancarlo Stanton.
Now, when Glasnow was coming back from Tommy John surgery, the Rays offered him a 2-year, $30.35 million extension for this year and next. But the catch is this year he's making $5.35 million. Next year he'll get $25 million, and it makes you wonder, will the Rays trade him so they don't have to pay that $25 million balloon payment, which is more in line of what a pitcher like that is worth.
Now, he pitched a little bit. He came back early last year, and I think one of the reasons was the extension to pitch in the postseason.
0-2 on Stanton.
Well, Torres has 12 stolen bases. He really hasn't gotten a big lead. I was watching him last night. Not a big lead at first.
Swing and a miss on the curve. Stanton down on strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left. Yankees nothing. Rays coming to bat.
Game starts with 20. Best slip is empty. I got to call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Oh, come on. Come on, Sean, Barry.
Hey, what's up, I need some tips.
I'm like LA.
LA?
No, Dallas. That's
Dallas?
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 Gotta get to Miami. I love Detroit. Nah, Barry over there.
You know, I'm gonna call y'all right now. Vanessa, I need your help.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Going with my gut. Let's go with our gut.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
It's back. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
Well, the Yankees don't score in the top of the first. Now it's a Rays turn against Clark Schmidt. And we'll take a look at Tampa Bay's starting lineup, brought to you by TikTok. Vernon Lau, second baseman, leads off. Randy Arozarena in left, Josh Lowe in right. Cleaning up, third baseman Isaac Paredes, Luke O'Reilly in center, Harold Ramirez the DH. Then it's Aranda, Basabe, and Pinto at the bottom of the order. And they'll be facing the Yankee right-hander, Clark Schmidt. Schmidt making his 27th start. Takes the ball every 5 days or so. 8-7, 4.68. You see the rest of his numbers. Let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
Well, watch early. We talked about it yesterday with Garrett Cole. With this lineup, with the Rays, are very aggressive, especially early in the count. Last night, you watch how Garrett Cole navigated through this tough lineup. You can do the same thing. He kept the Rays hitters honest with fastballs, had very good secondary pitches with that 11 strikeout effort last night in long ball. If it's going to be a long ball, make it a solo shot. 19 homers in 123 innings for Clark Schmidt.
Pitch outside to Lau. Now, speaking of pitching, we should update you on a statistical quirk from yesterday. So the 8th inning run that was charged to Garrett Cole has now become an unearned run because of a throwing error. They changed a hit into a throwing error. So now Garrett Cole's ERA is not 3, it's 2.95, and it just looks better, you know?
Oh, you'll take that, right?
Yep.
You like the changes.
You like when your ERA goes down overnight.
And you could see him last night in the dugout. He was like, please don't let this run score. Don't let this run score. And Loaiza come in giving up that run.
Great interview before the game with Meredith. And here's the play that they changed. They're saying that it's a throwing error rather than a hit.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, a lot of times you'll get these official scores, they'll give hits to that. You know, this is your home park. You end up giving an error on it.
I wonder how they got that changed. Took a hit away from a home player. 2-2. Over the mound, going to be a tough play. Gleyber Torres will get Lau for the first out. Yankee defense is presented by Buick. You've got Pereira in left, Bader in center, Stanton over and right. Infield, we'll go third to first. Conafalefo, Peraza, Torres, and LeMahieu. Rortvedt behind the plate. Judge the DH. Schmidt is on the mound. Anyway, the conversation with Garrett and Meredith was interesting because how could he not be thinking of the Cy Young? But he insisted to Meredith that he's not. You know, he just loves the process and prepares each and every day, but I don't buy it. I think you have to be thinking about it.
I think you think about it a little bit. You put a lot of pressure on yourself if that's all you're thinking about. I mean, this could be his first one. I mean, if you look at the competition out there, you have Castillo and Kirby out in Seattle, maybe a Sonny Gray, a Evaldi from Texas. But Evaldi was on the IL a little bit, and he just came back. I think you got to think about it.
Sure. But he is process oriented, so he does things each day to get ready for his next start. But I mean, there are times of solitude. You might be in your hotel room and go, wow, it'd be nice to win the Cy Young.
Yeah, he's going to have probably, 6, 7 more starts the rest of the season. I mean, he's a competitor. He knows who's behind him, and it's all. You know, you would love to see this team make a run at some point in this month if that happens, you know, as far as the playoff race. But in a lot of ways, it becomes individual as far as, hey, this is what I would love to achieve for myself.
And Michael, he was asked about that a little bit in the clubhouse last night, and he did admit that it would be an unbelievable honor to win the Cy Young, especially as a New York Yankee wearing the pinstripes. It'd be the first Yankee to win a Cy Young since back in 2001.
Well, Rosarena could not hold up. A lot of people thought he should have won the Cy Young Award when he was at the Astros, and Verlander got it.
Right.
He finished second that year, but he had a great season that year with the Astros. Josh Lowe takes a strike.
Well, you get that calendar, you start marking off where you're starting and then put an X. Okay, that's one good solid one. I mean, okay, 6 more? Okay, let's go.
Fly ball left field on the run. Pereira coming on, and he'll make the play as Schmidt retires the Rays in order. 1, 2, 3. We go to the second.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
Massage de burger dans le broyeur. Baissing every 20 minutes, ça keep it from drying out. And voila.
This is gonna taste all right.
KFC chicken nuggets? Chicken nuggets? KFC chicken nuggets! Chicken nuggets! KFC chicken nuggets!
Chicken nuggets?
It's dinner time. Get KFC original recipe chicken nuggets. 10 pieces for just $5.
Wasn't it?
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
200 degrees.
This feels so good.
Let's see what happens.
Catch an all-new season of Well Life NYC, streaming now exclusively on the Yes app.
Today's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Yandy Diaz got hit on the forearm yesterday by Jonathan Loizac in the 8th inning, underwent a CT scan. He's expected to return to the lineup tomorrow. He's such an important cog of this team. Nice backhand play by Basabe across the diamond. The scoop by Aranda to retire. Count of 11. Now, you caught up with Yandy Diaz.
Well, Michael, it's funny. Kevin Cash was asked about him, and he said that he believes he's fine. He's going to be okay. But when Diaz spoke in the clubhouse, he said he had trouble sleeping last night. His arm hurt so badly, and that he was going to get an additional test, that CT scan today, and they would see where that would land. But he was concerned that there was something seriously wrong with his arm. But they have not released anything on that CT scan. If we find anything out throughout the course of this game, we will let you know. But it would be a blow to that offense if he is out for any length of time.
You know, Meredith, I banged my knee on this.
I was going to ask.
This stanchion under the table, and I had trouble sleeping last night. I didn't get a CT scan.
You weren't up here.
I am so sorry to hear that. I'm glad it appears as though you're playing a little hurt right now, but still playing.
My partner sat here and laughed at me. I was in excruciating pain right before we came back from a break, and he didn't care.
He shows up with about 9 Band-Aids on the side of his neck. And he had one little cut, and it's like you just started putting Band-Aids all over until you hit the spot.
That's hyperbole.
And then right at the end, before we came on, he smoked his, well, I don't even know if he smoked his leg.
Slow roller, they're going to be able to get Bader? Yes, good play by Pinto.
That's a heck of a play. Pinto had to run a long way out from behind the plate. Breaking ball away just off the end of the bat. Look how far he had to run. I mean, this could be a play for the pitcher, but the catcher, Pinto, gets out there. Nice play. We can finish this thing up.
Please.
You let out a scream that I thought maybe the dugout would have heard. And then I
So you thought shattered right away.
I thought we had to fly. I thought we were going to have to fly in shock trauma and then get him out of here. Airlift him, and it's just a 2x4 here. It's got some caution tape on there.
I'm probably broadcasting this game with a cracked kneecap.
You could be.
Yeah, but you see me, it's not affecting me, right?
They don't make broadcasters like they used to.
No, they don't.
Should I text a Yankees trainer and see if there's an aircast we can get you, Michael?
I'm fine, Meredith.
Just worried.
No, I'm good. Didn't sleep well last night, but I'm good.
Was it throbbing?
Well, yeah, it was.
Did you ice it down?
Nope.
You want to give everyone where they can send the get well cards?
Just send good thoughts. Fouled away.
A little wine and cheese after the game.
WHINE.
Yes.
Count 2-1 on Everson Pereira. Three and 1. Peraza on deck. Going to be interesting to see if they get Volpe into the game today. He's not starting, but he has played every single game for the Yankees this year. Boone said there's a possibility.
Got a couple hits yesterday. 2 for 4.
High fly ball, right field. Going back is low on the track. He makes the play to retire Pereira. Yankees go down in order. We'll go to the bottom in a second.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
KFC chicken nuggets? Chicken nuggets? KFC chicken nuggets! Chicken nuggets! KFC chicken nuggets!
chicken nuggets?
It's dinner time. Get KFC original recipe chicken nuggets. 10 pieces for just $5.
Cash back is good, but double cash back is even better. Discover matches all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cash back at its best.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's what every GMC Sierra HD driver is born with, and it's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD, with the pulling power to prove it. The new 2024 GMC Sierra HD. Tow hitches of the world. Prepare for glory.
It's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Now, today's picture was submitted by Mike. His favorite memories are of going to the stadium with his grandfather, who taught him all about being a Yankees fan. That's the way it works, generation to generation, like threads through the fabric of Yankee fandom. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Go to the bottom of the second. Paredes leads off, and there's a strike from Schmidt.
How old were you in your first Yankee game?
8.
8?
Mm-hmm. And what was your first big league game?
Probably around there, 7, 8 with the Orioles. Grew up in Baltimore.
How about you, Meredith?
Philadelphia Phillies. Don't remember the year, but it was Philly Fanatic Beach Towel Day. I do remember that.
You still have it?
Probably somewhere at my childhood home. My brother got hit with a foul ball in that one. Very memorable. Sorry, Justin.
Is he okay?
He survived, yes.
Did he let out a scream?
Not like that.
Okay.
You weren't even up here, Meredith.
She heard it.
But who tried to give you an anti-inflammatory? I was worried about you.
No, you did, but I don't need it. I'll tough it out.
You're good? No IL stent? We're good to go?
I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
There are many people that are wishing that I do have that stent, but I'm good. Going to run through the tape. Well, the Rays lost last night. The Orioles won. And the Rays are 3 games back in the East, but the Orioles suffered what could be a really big blow. Nice play there by IKF, but he loses the handle, allowing Paredes to reach.
Yeah, he had that all the way. I mean, it was a heck of a play going to his left. Watch IKF. He goes to his left, and as soon as he tries to get this ball, just snow-coned into his throwing hand, he tries to rush to throw. Would have had him. I don't know how they're going to score that one.
They've given him an error already, so E5. Anyway, with the Orioles, Felix Bautista has done an unbelievable job as their closer, left a pitch away from picking up the save. That is hammered through the right side for base hit off the bat of Raleigh. Paredes will go to third. Stanton Fields gets the ball in. It's a double for Raleigh, and it's second and third, nobody out.
Well, first pitch slider. Get me over slider, and it stayed up. Really didn't have that downward break in on a lefty, and Raleigh smoked this past LeMahieu. And because of this turf, it gets into that gap or in down that right field line actually pretty quickly for a double. Yeah, I saw that Bautista news.
And they announced today that he has an injury to his UCL. That's about as far as they went, and he's on the IL. That's never a good injury. Ramirez with a high fly ball to center. That's going to get in a run. Bader with the catch, tagging Paredes. He'll score. Moving to third is Raleigh, who gets in there ahead of the throw. Sac fly for Ramirez. 1-0 Rays.
That was a good try by Bader. The only throw is to third base. Really runs pretty well for a big guy. You see the leadoff, he gets back. Paredes is going to score from third easily. There's Bader. Maybe the throw a little high. He was going to get in there at third.
Well, by moving to third with one out, that forces the Yankees to bring the infield in for Jonathan Aranda.
Batista, he throws hard, 100 miles an hour, and then he has that nasty split, and that split puts a lot of pressure on your elbow.
Another fly ball to center field. This should get in. Really, he's tagging. Here's the throw. Way up. As Raley scores on the Aranda sac fly, it's 2-0. Pretty good baseball there. Second and third, fly ball to center. Not only do you score the run, you move the runner to third, then another fly ball, you score the run. So you don't always have to get base hits.
Situational baseball, that's one of the reasons why the Rays are having such a great year again, is situational baseball. Just put the ball in play, realize they need a fly ball to score a couple runs. They get 2 of them.
Count 1-1 on Oslavis Basabe. Two and one. Fly ball right field. Giancarlo Stanton makes the play, and that'll do it. But the inning started with an E5, ended with the Rays scoring 2.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
KFC chicken nuggets? Chicken nuggets? KFC chicken nuggets! Chicken nuggets! KFC chicken nuggets!
Chicken nuggets? It's dinner time. Get KFC original recipe chicken nuggets. 10 pieces for just $5.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
Time for memorable moments in Yankees history, presented by Prevagen, the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. Carl Crawford in the inaugural class of the Rays Hall of Fame. The first person in, that man, Don Zimmer, Wade Boggs after him, and Crawford, but beloved by the Yankee players, beloved by Yankee fans. He finished his career here in Tampa Bay. His number 66 is retired. No longer with us, but his memory remains.
Oh, what a great baseball mind, great man. He was the very first person I met when I got traded over here in '96 in the winter in January. Remember when that was the last year? Two ex-Yankees.
Yeah.
Boggs and Zimmer, and now Carl Crawford.
Ground ball and grabbed there by Basabe. Get Peraza. So how'd you meet him?
I think that was the last year of FanFest in '90. It was the winter or January of '96. They had it at Javits Center and came in, and I rode in a limo with Don Zimmer and Enos Slaughter.
Wow.
Down to FanFest. And he was the first person I met.
He's a player, three-time world champion with the Dodgers, including the 55 team, the only Brooklyn championship. 13 seasons as a manager, 4 world titles as a Yankee bench coach for Joe Torre. Remarkable career.
Yeah, he was amazing. You know, Joe's right-hand man. I remember, you know, struggling just a little bit in my first year in New York. And he'd come up to you and said, Nelly, you got to start figuring it out. He says, you got to, you know, that's what you try to teach every pitcher is, you know, learn what if you're doing something wrong, instead of having a pitching coach keep coming out at a catcher, figure out what's going on your own on the mound. And he said, he goes, listen, everybody's here to help you, but you got to figure some things out on your own. This is New York. This isn't Seattle anymore.
Tough love.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, because you're playing in a tough place. But he was great.
3-0 on Rortvedt. And there's ball 4.
First baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
And that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu. And let's check out the Genesis hitter scouting report on him.
Yeah, the other way. He's starting to go the other way, and that's why you're seeing that average creep up here in the second half, over 300. He's getting more comfortable, I feel, at the plate. Last night, a big night. And dog days, well, dog days haven't affected him. In August, he's hitting 321. He's such a great hitter. You know, it's nice to see him turning around here in the second half.
Well, his first 76 games this year, Jeff, he had 220.
Yeah.
Last 30, he's hitting 311. Since the All-Star break, his on-base percentage is 423. So this is closer to what DJ LeMahieu is than the second half last year and the first half this year.
And he gets to be a tougher out as well. I mean, he's tough for a pitcher to navigate through. You know, so selective, and he's starting to be more patient at the plate. And when you're patient at the plate, a pitcher will make a mistake, and he's making them pay. And last night, 2 hanging breaking balls that he hit for homers.
Chop the third. Paredes will take the out at first. And that'll bring up Judge. And we take a look at Coors Light. Beating the pressure.
Designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
So on the road, he is just on the road. 345 third. Best mark in the majors. First in on base percentage, first in slugging, first in OPS. And an average only Freeman and Altuve are better on the road. Pitch outside. Judge, soft fly ball to right in the first inning.
He missed 50 games. About 50 games. 28 homers. It's 5th already in the AL. 1 behind Devers. And he missed those amount of games.
Rays 2, Yankees nothing. We're in the top of the third at the Trop. And a strike.
Well, with first base open, probably not going to give him a whole lot to hit. Again, a lot of breaking balls, a lot of off speed. You don't see very many fastballs.
High pop-up on the right side. Lau. Boy, that was up there for the final out of the inning. Don Zimmer, so many great moments with the Yankees, and one of Derek Jeter's favorite.
Me and my best friend Amy went for a mini break in Edinburgh. Woo! It was quite surreal.
We stayed with Tessa.
She is this incredible artist. The room that we stayed in, there is a sort of dreamish element running through.
Definitely.
The world that she's created.
It makes you feel like you're in a little storybook or something.
With the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box, however you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta.
Oh, hello.
Find
find out where that road leads. Take on any challenge. When you have the #1 mass market brand and dependability, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Kia, movement that inspires.
It's back. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
Your local Chevy dealer.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Honda dealers. By the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Please play responsibly. You must be 18 or over. And by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the New York Yankees. Remember the year when Mo got hurt and Soriano had just an incredible season?
Yeah, he did.
Pinto leads off the bottom of the third. And Schmidt starts him with the ball 1-0.
Soriano went to close, for the Nationals as well as the Rays?
You know, we were just talking about Felix Bautista, and you hope that he's okay. Fly ball, shallow left. Peraza out to get it. And it just made me think, Jeff, how, I mean, there are great closers that come and go, and how amazing Mo was.
Oh, yeah.
That he never hurt his arm. I mean, the only time he got hurt was shagging fly balls. He hurt his knee. And that's what made him great, is every year he was there. It was like clockwork. But other closers have 1 or 2 great years, and then they blow out their arm.
You know, you start thinking about that, and you start thinking about the difference in conditioning back then than there is now, as far as back in Mo's day, they used to run their butts off. A lot of long toss. You know, Mo used to, he would stand at the line, and I forgot, I think Mendoza a lot of times it was his throwing partner, and they would throw from, say, left field line all the way out to the right center field. I mean, it's something that everyone did back then. You don't see it too often. There's some guys that still throw long toss, but not too often. That's something that strengthens your shoulder. You know, one of the things that I hear that, you don't want to throw long toss, it's going to mess up your release point, which I don't think is true.
Popped up on the left side. Pereira, the long run toward the line. He's there to make the play. Well, suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, T-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Yankees at MLBshop.com.
And another thing, he threw all the time. You know, he was pitching every day almost. I mean, it was like 3-4 days in a row if you needed. You know, he just had one of those kind of arms, and he was a terrific athlete that could handle the workload.
I think that's what separates the great ones from guys that have, flashes of 2 or 3 years. Like Eckersley never got hurt. Gossage never got hurt. Trevor Hoffman, for the most part, never got hurt. Lee Smith. That one is driven into right center field. On the run is Stanton. He can't get there. And he's going to play it off the wall. It's Bader who takes the rebound. And that will hold a Rosarena to a double.
Well, 2-out double, a hanging slider. You see where Wardvet was setting up, and there's that slider on the outside, but it stayed up. You know, Schmidt's going to have to start mixing in a fastball inside. Now, his fastball usage, because of the cutter, only 25%. You know, cutter 28%. He's throwing a slider more than his fastball. You know, you watched last night at how Cole navigated. Yes, he doesn't throw, Schmidt doesn't have the fastball that Cole has. But that right there, you can still, that was a cutter, but you can still throw inside and keep these guys honest. And then that makes that breaking ball that much better. You get guys aware. I mean, you look at Diaz. No, Loaizaga wasn't meaning to hit him. But it sends a message in some way. Say, hey, I'm not afraid to go in there.
High fly ball. Deep right center. Bader back, turning, looking. And that is off the wall. Going to second is low. The run scores a Rosarena. That's 3-0. Now we'll see if that was a home run.
Well, I think it hit it off that pad, but it looked to me when I was watching Bader, Michael, that the ball hung up there for a while, and maybe he lost it.
I personally think it was a home run, but I could be wrong.
You know what? We're watching on the monitor here. You know, he hit it a long way to right center. You could be right. No, it hit off that wall. I think Bader actually lost the ball. I mean, it was only about halfway up on that center field wall. You watch it here.
You're right. You're right. It was not a home run. I thought it was higher.
Yeah, and I think he lost it because this was a ball. He was back. I think Bader was back far enough.
The ball remained in play. This is a crew chief review to check for a home run.
Yeah, I thought it hit above the fence, but you're right, Jeff. You could see clearly it hit below.
Yeah, Bader got back there as well, and I think when he took his eye off the ball, he lost it for a second. You know, if he keeps his eye on the ball, he might have had a chance to make this catch. It would have been a great catch. Yeah, this is going to be quick. I mean,
now, there's not a challenge because you can ask the umpires to have a crew chief review, and they'll do that. You don't lose your challenge if it's not overturned.
And most times with those questionable home runs, the umpires will look at it, and you see it's about a foot or so off of the top of the wall or down from that top of the wall.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The ball remained in play, and the runner is placed at second base.
That was the crew chief, Dan Iasonia. He's trying to get a home run low, but he doesn't. Instead, he gets a 69th ribby.
That was another breaking ball. That was a slider. That low hit. And the one thing, I don't think you work on it during the season, but I'd really like to see Schmidt work on that changeup. He had a changeup until he started throwing that cutter. And it gives something, especially to a left-handed hitter, something soft away. You know, to get him off, everything's hard. Cutter hard in, slider hard in. He doesn't really throw his sinker or his fastball as much as he does his off-speed.
Fly ball on the right side. Stanton toward the line in foul territory, and he makes the play for the final out. One more run, 2 hits, 1 man left. We play 3.
Epson EcoTank comes with so much ink, you can print up to 5,000 pages. Can your printer do that? Out of ink already? This printer's costing me a fortune. You expensive little... Don't get cartridged. Switch to Epson EcoTank. Instead of cartridges, EcoTank comes with bottles of ink. Ooh, the bottle snap in place? Then you just fill and chill. I'm chilling already. Switch at EpsonEcoTank.com. Just fill and chill!
I do it big. With the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box, however you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. I do it big. The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta.
Oh, hello.
Cause you woke up in the morning with initiative to move, so I make it harder. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. World, the time has come to.
Michelin keeps innovating so the world can move in better ways. Michelin, motion for life.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
Check out and follow Yes Network on TikTok for more content. Cadillac scoreboard 3-0 Tampa Bay. Torres leads off against Glasnow, and there's a strike. So I've got a look-alike for you, Jeff, and I think you're going to agree with me. Tyler Glasnow and Cillian Murphy, who played Oppenheimer in the movie Oppenheimer.
Peaky Blinders.
Wow, look at you.
Yes.
Now, Meredith, you usually disagree with my lookalikes. Is that a lookalike?
I think it's close. Hold on. Yeah, no.
I mean, Murphy lost like 70 pounds to play Oppenheimer, but it's the same face.
Definitely the same face. Hair a little different, obviously.
So Tyler saw Oppenheimer. He loved it. And Cillian Murphy said, I can see that we look alike, but he's a lot better at baseball than I am.
Murphy's probably a lot better actor as well.
Probably, yeah. He was pretty good in that.
I have not seen it. You saw it?
Yes, you've got to
good?
You've got to reserve about 3 hours though. It's long. Two, and it's not a real uplifting, happy movie.
No,
it's heavy.
Right.
It's like a history lesson.
Right.
So you got to be in the right mindset.
But you learn a lot, though. Some of the things you probably didn't know, right?
Yeah, but it's not a documentary, so you don't know how much is like tweaked. But you do learn a lot. Hammered. Oh, what a pick by Paredes. He took a base hit away from Gleyber Torres. The hot corner.
Well, it was a fastball, 3-2 fastball, and he smoked it. This was just an Olay. Just try to figure out, okay, where's this hop going to be? And I'm going to put my glove there, and it finds your glove. Nice play by Paredes.
Here's Stanton. And there's a strike. Stanton struck out in the first inning. Stanton's at 19 home runs. He's had 20 or more home runs in 11 of his 13 seasons. So, and let's check out the Mr. Clean Magic stats. He's tied for the most in Major League Baseball, the 11 seasons, with Nelson Cruz. 11 seasons of 20 or more home runs. He has 397 for his career. I think one of the more fascinating discussions, it's probably 10 years down the line, there's a chance, Jeff, pretty decent chance, that Stan's going to end up with 500 home runs. And then the debate will be, well, is he a Hall of Famer? Grounded up the middle, backhanded by Lau. 2 away.
Well, it used to be if you had 500 home runs, you were in the Hall.
Right. But that's not automatic anymore.
Not automatic anymore.
Third baseman, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Well, at that rate, it'd be 5 more seasons.
Right.
To try to get to 500.
He's got 4 more years after this on his contract. And an injury-free Stanton is a 30 home run guy. Maybe even more. He still might get 30 this year, despite missing all that time. There's a strike. He's 33. And there's so many things that will come into play. Obviously, he's with the Yankees. He's become a one-way player where he doesn't play the field all that much. He has an MVP on his resume, 59 home run season. It'll be an interesting baseball debate.
You'd really like to see him stay healthy to see if he can get that mark.
Absolutely, that's the key.
And you've said it before, he does pretty well in the outfield as far as running and moving. It's just cutting the bases. That play he made in the past inning, running from right field, catching it in the foul territory. He had to run a long way for that.
And he has a good arm, too.
Yeah.
We're in the 4th inning. It's 3-0 Rays. Yankees have yet to pick up a hit. 3-2 on Kiner-Falefa. Bader on deck.
Just like last night, Eflin, a lot of breaking balls to the Yankees hitters. Well, Glasnow the same. Slider, curveball. Very few fastballs, and he's got a good one.
Swing and a miss. Got him with the slider. He retires the Yankees in order. And we go to the bottom of the fourth.
Ray Magliozzi here. When you need parts, eBay Motors ensures a guaranteed fit. Hey, Dave.
Yep. Wait.
How are those new wipers?
Small. They're small.
Just go to eBay Motors where the check means a guaranteed fit. Let's ride.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season's just 18 weeks. That's it. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel. With live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at the Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night in Buffalo.
Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets. And get $100 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
Well, the Yankees return to prime tomorrow to take on the Rays in the series finale. Don't miss a minute of Yankees coverage beginning at 1, only on Prime. Bottom of the fourth inning on the Cadillac scoreboard, 3-0. The Rays lead the Yanks. First pitch was a ball to Raleigh. Double to right field in the second. Broken back ground ball. Let's take a look at the league leaders brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. These are the slugging leaders against right-handed pitching this year. Ohtani's at the top. Luis Robert Jr., Gunnar Henderson, and then 2 Rays. Luke Raleigh at 533 and Isaac Paredes at 531.
They're on the breaking ball. That first double that Raleigh had in the second was on that slider that stayed up on the first pitch.
High fly ball right field. Stan makes the play.
Designated hitter, Harold Ramirez.
Here's Ramirez with a sac fly to center. For his 49th ribby, that came in the second inning. So 2 runs in the second and 1 in the third for the Rays against Clark Schmidt. Outside.
And another cutter. Again, he throws a lot of off speed. You would love to see some sinkers inside to righties. And like I mentioned, you need something soft. Everything is hard, especially to lefties. He did and used to throw a changeup. And he started mastering that cutter, and he's gotten a really good feel of that cutter in the second half. But still, something away to lefties that gets him off of your fastball or off of that cutter.
Now, I've talked to pitchers in the past, particularly Mo and Andy Pettit, who had great changeups at one point. And then they started throwing the cutter, and they said it's almost impossible to throw both the way your hand is positioned. Do you agree?
Yeah, in somewhat. I mean, it's like the pronation and the supination.
Soft ground ball to third. IKF will get Ramirez.
A lot with the cutter. You'll see a lot of guys, and I think over the last couple of years, more guys are going to that cutter, maybe because of the sticky stuff has gone away, and they're starting to check everyone, and the cutter's an easier pitch to get a little break on. And you're throwing it like a football. You're not really snapping off like a slider or a curveball. You're throwing it on your release point, and you're really getting extended. And when you're throwing it, I mean, you're pronating or you're supernating, and then the changeup you have to turn over and go the opposite way. You'll see a lot of guys, and you're right. I mean, guys will get away from that changeup that have a cutter. But in some instances, you know, yes, he's developed a great cutter and he's had a lot of confidence in it. But if you're going to start, you would love to see something soft away. Now, if you look at Andy Pettitte, he had a really good curveball. He had that soft away, and you saw the backdoor breaking ball, and he was very compact, very smooth in his delivery. He didn't forget his fastball. He still had the four-seamer and the sinker away. And that's something, if you look at Clark Schmidt, you would like to see something away, a sinker away, something soft away. You know, with Andy, yes, the cutter's into righties, you know, but he did have that big breaking ball that he threw backdoor, and he also back-legged the right-handers.
And down goes Aranda. So 1-2-3 inning for Schmidt, and we'll go to the fifth.
Need a new ride that works as hard as you do? Save big at the Ford Labor Day sales event, because you deserve a break. Returning lessees can get the Ford F-150 for $289 a month. Details at buyfordnow.com.
This is Cynthia Suarez, CFO of GoGo Food Co., an online food delivery service. Business was steady until
GoGo Food Co. Go check it out.
overnight, users tripled, which meant hiring 20 new employees and buying 20 new laptops. So she used her American Express business card, which gives her more membership rewards points on her business purchases.
Somebody order some laptops?
Cynthia Suarez, CFO, MVP. Built for Cynthia's business. Built for your business, Amex Business.
You put up with me for that long. Enough room for me. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Good job. My name's Robert, and I want to live.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
The all-new Tempur-Pedic Breeze makes sleep feel cool. So no more sweating all night or blasting the air conditioning, because the Tempur Breeze feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long. For a limited time, save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets.
Audi scoreboard as we go to the fifth inning. It's Tampa Bay 3, Yankees nothing. Yankees have not picked up a hit over the first 4 innings against Glasnow. Bader will start it off. Dribbled one in front of the plate. Got thrown out at first in the second. And Harrison has really struggled. Last 40 games coming into this game, hitting .235 with an on-base percentage of .284. That's since July 6th. And his slugging percentage in the last 40 games is the lowest in the majors.
Yeah. See that, no home runs. You know, go on that conversation about the changeup cutter. You know, pronate, if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's when you release the ball, say a right-handed pitcher, and you're throwing a sinker, you're turning the ball over like a screwball in some sense, and then a supernator is when you're turning the ball the other way, like a slider or the cutter. You know, they even say, some pitching coach will say, oh, you know, this guy's a pronator. You know, he has a good sinking fastball. It's going to be really hard to try to teach him a slider or teach him a breaking ball, because then all of a sudden he's twisting the other way. Well, I threw a sinker and had one of the best sliders, so I was going both sides. You supinate or pronate with the sinker, and then you supinate with your slider.
Driven out to left center field. Long run for Raley. He has room, and he makes the play. Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app now. Start making every moment more. Just to further explain, pronate is if you're right, it holds your right hand out if you're right-handed, and when you deliver the ball, you move it toward your body. You snap your fingers toward the body.
It over.
And The supinator is you go the other way. You do it against or away from your body.
Right.
It's a line drive caught by Basabe to retire Pereira.
So you look at Glass now. This is a breaking pitch. It's probably a slider when he holds his two fingers close on a seam.
That was supinate, right?
Yes. But if you watch when they release the ball, even though they do supinate, when they finish off, their hand goes the other way. It goes, as soon as you think, okay, as soon as you're throwing a breaking pitch, you're automatically going to come through, follow through, and that arm's just going to continue down. When you watch the release point after everything is done, their hand still pronates at the end.
And you wonder why people tear their UCL. It's not natural.
No, it's not a natural movement, not at all. Guys now are more max effort, a lot more velocity.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Yankees being no hit after 5 innings by Tyler Glass now. We're halfway through. It's 3-0 Rays.
Lost Medicaid or CHIP coverage? Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care?
Prescriptions?
With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
What's the website again?
Healthcare.gov.
When you drive a Ram, summer is more than a season. It's an opportunity to load up on more toys, to stop looking for fun and be the one who brings it, and to make every day even more inviting than the last. Make this the summer you drive America's best light-duty pickup.
During the Ram Labor Day sales event, get $4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks.
Okay, hi. So what is the occasion, Fancy Pants? Ah, that fancy DQ caramel fudge cheesecake blizzard is the occasion. Ooh, looks so indulgent. This was a really great idea.
Glad I thought of this.
I thought of it.
Yeah, maybe go ahead, let her have this one, buddy.
Yeah.
DQ, happy tastes good.
Does it again?
Go behind the scenes with the Yankees minor league teams.
And once you get the taste of it, it makes it work even harder.
Watch full episodes of Homegrown streaming on the Yes app. Presented by Wendy's.
Well, tonight on Yes, Sabrina Ionescu and the playoff-bound New York Liberty continue their push for the best record in the East as they battle the Minnesota Lynx. Coverage starts at 8 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Hey, the Liberty came back from 20 points down to win on Thursday against the Connecticut Sun, who are in second place in the East. Pitch inside to Basabe. 1-0 as we start at the bottom of the 5th. We always talk about Yankee history, and there are threads through the fabric. Well, you're watching this game on either a device or on your television, and everything that we're doing and other broadcasts are doing connects directly to this date in 1939. It was the first televised Major League Baseball game. It was between the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Reds. And it was a split doubleheader. And it was at Ebbets Field. Red Barber called the action on what was called W2XBS, which was an experimental station that became WNBC, which still exists, obviously. Lined out to right field. Stanton's there. In that game, that Red Barber broadcast, there were 2 cameras. One behind home plate. One on field level, third base side. That was it. Now, our typical game at home at Yankee Stadium, we have 13 cameras per game that are manned, and then we have 2 robotic cameras as well. So 15 cameras bring you the same thing that 1939 2 cameras gave us. Stanton going back. He's on the track to retire Pinto. So we pay homage to those pioneers that started this all those years back. Man.
From 2 to 15?
Yep. So the technology certainly exponentially better.
Have you ever seen what that looked like coming back in 39?
Kind of grainy.
Is it?
But they haven't improved on the broadcast. Red Barber's still better than all of us. And Mel Allen and all that. Here's Brandon Lau. There's a strike. I can't even imagine seeing a baseball game without the center field camera, which you're looking at right now. So the home plate camera was the home plate camera was on the second level at Ebbets Field, and the third base camera was on the field level. That was it. That's all they had. I'm sure it would have been much easier for our director Dan Barr just say, "Okay, home plate. All right, third base." Didn't have to worry about 15 camera angles.
You'd fall asleep in the truck every once in a while.
I'm not saying they don't do that. There's a ground ball through for a base hit. As Lau picks up a single.
That was a sinker away, but it stayed up. You see it on the up part of the outside. And he was able to get some good wood on it and hit it to right field, right center field for a 2-out base hit. Now 6 stolen bases on the year. Hasn't been caught yet.
One 1-0 on a Rosarena. Pitch count in pretty good shape for Schmidt, just 60.
Yeah, and you see a little look from a Rosarena because of 2 fastballs inside, but that's where you got to pitch, guys. If you're going to throw your slider and your breaking balls away, you've got to make them aware of something inside. If your whole plan is, okay, I want to get these guys, the right-handers, out away. I want to get them to swing at something on the outside part, whether it's down with my sweeper, down with my cutter. You got to show them something in to get them off of that pitch, get them off of the game plan, what you want to do.
Now 3-1 on a Rosarena. Struck out in the first, doubled, and scored in the third.
This is where you have to watch the fastball. This is a perfect spot. If you're going to throw a fastball, you throw it down and away, or you throw that cutter down and away.
Let's see if they can get the out at second, and they do. So that will do it. Ray Strand 1, we go to the 6th.
Need a new ride that works as hard as you do? Save big at the Ford Labor Day sales event, because you deserve a break. Returning lessees can get the Ford F-150 for $289 a month. Details at buyfordnow.com.
Okay, hi. So what is the occasion, Fancy Pants? Ah, that fancy DQ caramel fudge cheesecake blizzard is the occasion. Ooh, looks so indulgent. You know, this was a really great idea.
Glad I thought of this.
I thought of it.
Yeah, maybe go ahead, let her have this one, buddy.
Yeah.
DQ, happy tastes good.
When you drive a Ram, summer is more than a season. It's an opportunity to load up on more toys, to stop looking for fun and be the one who brings it, and to make every day even more inviting than the last. Make this the summer you drive America's best light-duty pickup.
During the Ram Labor Day sales event, get $4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks.
doesn't.
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
Hey everybody, Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. The Seattle Mariners continue to roll against the Royals today. Third inning, Teoscar Hernandez launches a grand slam to left field. One of 4 Seattle home runs. They lead it 11-1 in the 6th. Seattle's won 17-21, tied with the Rangers for first in the West. Texas at Minnesota tonight, guys.
Thank you, Bob. The Mariners on an incredible run. He's 72-56, tied with Texas for first place after the Seattle hot streak. The Astros are 2-6. They haven't taken advantage of the Rangers' struggles and a high team ERA. And the Brewers are starting to win again. 6-game win streak. And it's amazing what Craig Counsell has done with that team over the years. And this is the last year of his contract. And he has refused all offers to extend. He just wants to make a decision at the end of the year.
Yes, some guys are like that, and managers as well, as far as they don't want in-season negotiations. Yeah, he's done a heck of a job over there in Milwaukee. How about Seattle? I remember when we did those games out in Seattle, the media members were like, oh, this team's not going to the playoffs. You know, the offense was not there. They had great starting pitching, but the offense was not there. Julio Rodriguez was really struggling. Teoscar Hernandez and Grand Slam Day really struggling.
Jeff, I think they've made up 10 games in a couple of weeks. They were 10 games out. Now they're in first place.
Well, the pitching stayed the same, but they're hitting. The offense just, it's on a tear. Julio Rodriguez is on a tear. Teoscar Hernandez, Cal Raleigh. I mean, this is the second year in a row that they went at the deadline, traded their closer. Graveman last year, Sewald this year.
3-2 on Rortvedt. We're in the 6th inning, still looking for the first hit against Glasnow.
Glasnow's done a really nice job, basically pitching backwards. You know, a lot of off speed early. He'll mix in that fastball late. And you mentioned the Tommy John that he had a couple years ago, and when he came back, he started developing that slider. You know, he's a 2-pitch pitcher, fastball, curveball, and wanted to add another pitch. I mean, he does throw a changeup, but you barely see it. And he added that slider.
Swing and a miss. There is that slider. Time to take a look at the Audi electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Well, tremendous job. You mentioned the breaking pitch. That was a nasty curveball there. Another slider down and away. A good slider to get Peraza. Another good slider. A lot of off speed. And, you know, just like last night with Eflin, the Yankees are seeing a lot of off speed from Glasnow, and he throws about 96, and that's a good fastball for strike one. And when you're throwing your breaking stuff for strikes, it's flip a coin up there as a hitter.
0-1 on LeMahieu, who's 0 for 2. Now, after his 2-home run game last night, LeMahieu gives a lot of credit to the Yankees' new hitting coach, Sean Casey. He said he talks the language that I can understand. He has really tapped into the things I need to improve on. And obviously, since Casey's been here, those are the results that we've seen from LeMahieu as the Yankees get their first base hit of the game.
Well, right on cue. He got a slider up after a couple fastballs in. You know, as a hitter, you figure, okay, I saw 97 in. He's going to have to go something away, and that just stayed up on that slider. And we talked as well about going the other way. He's feeling a lot comfortable at the plate. You know, you play 162 games, you're going to go through slumps, whether you're a pitcher or a hitter.
Fly ball, right field. Lowe makes the play. 2 outs.
And it's just part of the game. You know, a lot of these numbers are trying to get a quick result, a quick fix. And sometimes those numbers are quick. Those quick fixes aren't there. You got to allow these guys to go through the slumps a little bit. Yeah, it's frustrating for the fans, frustrating for the players. But they'll figure it out and get through that.
Torres fouls it back.
And, Michael, I spoke with Sean Casey for the pregame show today to talk about DJ LeMahieu, and he said a guy that has won a batting title in both leagues, there is no way that he doesn't have more in the tank. And he said first thing is really getting to know the players, developing a relationship with them, but he and DJ LeMahieu just seem to work well together. Casey said when he started seeing him drive it to right field, drive it to left field, he started to gain more confidence at the plate. They also made a slight adjustment, and he thinks lately he's not only having better at-bats, but he's getting better pitches to hit because he's been patient and not chasing at the plate. All of that has led to his success over the last 30 games.
0-2 on Torres. Glasnow deals. Fouled away.
Well, when you're patient at the plate and you're laying off of nasty breaking balls away or pitches upstairs, pitcher's got to come in. They've got to come into the strike zone. And that's where he's good at making you pay. And, you know, you look at the first half, maybe too aggressive, maybe, you know, putting a lot of pressure on himself, trying to hit that and swinging at a lot of pitches away, a lot of pitches up in the zone.
One and two.
Sean Casey, he's been there, he's done that, he's had a lot of success in baseball. He explains the game very well to a lot of these hitters. He's been through the same slumps as these guys and had the same success, or even more than a lot of these guys on the field.
Aranda holds on LeMahieu at first. Count 3-2 on Torres. So that's going to release DJ at first base. 3-2, 2 outs. Stanton on deck.
Well, 84 pitches, and the breaking ball, the curve and the slider has not been as sharp. He's got behind. That slider that DJ hit to right field was up.
Grounded sharply to short. Basabe across the diamond. That'll do it. But the Yankees get their first hit. Still trailing 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the sixth.
I'll take it slow, but it's hard to do when you're a lion like me on a line like you. You got the hands that
Walmart Plus members save on delivery, gas, plus so much more. Join today.
As parents, we pay Outback for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
KFC chicken nuggets? Chicken nuggets. KFC chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets. KFC chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets?
It's dinner time. Get KFC original recipe chicken nuggets. 10 pieces for just $5.
Arby's Hush Puppy breaded fish strips and fries. The best combo made in the South since you and all became y'all. Arby's, we have the meat.
Cashback is good, but double cashback is even better. Discover matches all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
It's time for the All-State Mayhem moment. 2002, El Duque with the Ephus pitch.
There's the Ephus pitch up
to Alex Rodriguez.
Ultra chain. It'll be a 1-0 to
Does he do it again?
Another one. Swung on. Hit high in the air.
Probably not a good choice.
Looking up. That ball is gone.
As Alex hits it where the ambulances used to be in the old stadium.
And hit it a mile high.
That's hard to hit a ball that far that has no velocity on it.
He had such power, you know, but I don't think that worked 2 times in a row. I have fooled him once. I ain't gonna fool him again.
That was over the visiting bullpen out there, right? Like you say, ambulances were out there.
Longest home run that I ever saw hit out there was by Jay Buhner. I think he might have hit an ambulance out there.
So remember Glenn Allen Hill?
Yeah, sure.
I saw him put one. I think it was during a game when we got him over our bullpen in those stands out there.
Swing and a miss. Low down on strikes, one away.
Remember Darryl Strawberry? Remember the big Utz sign? That's potato chip signs. There's a good breaking ball here down that knuckle curve. That big Utz sign in right center field or right field, right by the bleachers where I saw him put one off of that in a game. Again, not a bad pitch. You want to pitch in there. You got to make them aware that, hey, I'm not afraid to come in, and I'm just going right back away with a breaking ball or cutter here.
Grounded foul. You know, with the Yankees winning yesterday, they have 2 opportunities to win the series. And the only reason I bring that up is they've had 9 straight series they played without a win. They're 0-7-2 over that time. The last time they won a series was the beginning of July. Not the beginning, I'm sorry. July 21st through the 23rd when they swept Kansas City. So, including that one, they're 1-11-3. Kind of hard to believe. So 0-7-2 over 9 series is their longest winless streak since they did a 10-game winless streak in 2017.
It was that last game in Miami when they had a 5-run lead.
Yep.
A 4-run lead, and the Marlins scored 5 in that 9th inning.
That just took the air out of everybody. I think people couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that would have been a series win, and they've gone 7 straight rubber games that they've lost. Now, coming in here and doing this in the first series of a 10-game road trip would be big for them. Keenan Middleton getting ready. Now, this is the inning, Jeff, that Schmidt starts to falter. 3rd time through the order, pitch count starting to rise, and that's when they always start to take a look.
That was a good slider there. A nice take by Raley. Yeah, you know, a lot of it, it's, you know, the mentality. You would love to see every starter like Garrett Cole does. I mean, he wants to go 9. He never wants the ball out of his hands. You know, you would love to have everyone have that mentality. I want to go out and I'm going CG today. You know, you don't want the mentality, because a lot of times if they go out with that mentality, you give them 7 strong innings. You know, very few complete games now. I mean, you get guys that say, oh, well, you know what, I just want to go 7. It winds up being 5. I mean, you want the mentality of, hey, I'm going 9 all the time. A lot of it is conditioning again. You know, I mentioned how much you used to condition, and pitchers used to run a lot more back in the day. They don't as much now. So once your lower half goes, that's when your arm gets a little tired. That elbow starts dropping. Maybe your breaking ball and your fastball you're not on top of like you were in the first few innings. You know, I know that 3rd time around the lineup, you know, that I had it here. 3rd time, 312 off of Clark Schmidt. You can eliminate sometimes that. And also, you know, you get guys out on one pitch. You know, good hitters will say, okay, he got me out on that breaking ball. Well, that's what I'm going to sit on. And you're going to wind up sometimes making a mistake with that pitch. You have to mix it up every now and then, okay? You know, you just saw that slider down. I got to go sinker away. I'm going to throw something hard away.
Swing and a miss. He gets Raley for the 2nd out and the 2nd strikeout of the inning.
Yeah, it was a good cutter up. You know, it's not where you really want it, but it was good enough. 92 miles an hour. And it fooled Rayleigh. Rayleigh probably looking off speed, looking for something soft.
No, it's interesting, Jeff. I was talking to Boone today about, that sixth inning hump that he can't get over. And he said the great thing about Schmidt, he has a bulldog attitude. He said, he's mad at me every time I take him out. But he's got to get through this inning. Right. I mean, we have to win
the numbers
games.
don't lie, right?
The numbers don't lie. He said, but he wants to be out there. It's not like he wants to be relieved. Nice play by IKF. He goes the short way. And Schmidt has pitched 6 strong. Quality start. 6 innings, 3 runs, but the Yankees have not scored. 3-0.
Thank you. I appreciate this. You want one of these?
I'm good, KG.
You want your ginger shot?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I need some positivity today. I'm trying to cover this spread, and your vibe is off, G.
What's wrong with my vibe?
You got to get you one of these, G. Just got oranges, ginger, bit of carrots.
I don't know.
Get to sipping some of this positivity in your life, and boom! You see that? Spread's covered. Thank you, Mama. In a minute, G.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
As parents, we pay out the for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
KFC chicken nuggets? Chicken nuggets. KFC chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets. KFC chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets?
It's dinner time. Get KFC original recipe chicken nuggets. 10 pieces for just $5. Off celebration.
Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Before the game, they had a ceremony to induct that man, Carl Crawford, into the Rays inaugural Hall of Fame class. Got a nice hand from the crowd. Some of his former teammates. That's the owner, Stu Sternberg, giving him the Hall of Fame jacket. Some ex-teammates on hand. He gave a really lovely speech as well throughout the first pitch to his son, Justin. A first-round pick of the Phillies. 17th overall, his 2 other children as well. Had quite a career, 15 seasons with the Rays, the Dodgers, and the Red Sox. 4-time All-Star, won a Gold Glove and a Silver Slugger in 2010. He was in the top 10 in the MVP that year. Rays all-time leader in average hits, triple steals, and he's in the Rays Hall of Fame today with Don Zimmer and Wade Boggs. Robert Stevenson takes over after Glasnow goes 6. And he'll face Stanton. Swing and a miss.
Stevenson, fastball 96 to 98. He's got a slider, cutter, curveball, and he also throws a split. Glasnow, 1 hit in 6 innings.
Waved at that one.
Crawford was a pain in the butt. He had 19 triples one year, led the American League in triples 4 different times. You don't realize how much speed kills on the base pass and what it does to a pitcher's mind. Knowing that you have to do something different just to try to keep him close at first. Slide step. Throw over 15 different times to try to keep him close. He was a good player, fun to watch.
Upstairs.
Well, usually that means breaking ball away. As a hitter, you got to figure, okay, I got to cover something away. He's going slider or cutter away.
Swing and a miss, cutter away. Stanton down on strikes. Yankee fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Thursday, September 7th for lightweight hoodie night. Yankees are taking on the Tigers, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance going to receive a Yankees lightweight hoodie courtesy of Ford. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. Here is Connor Falefa. 1-0. Stevenson's 30 years old, former first-round draft pick in 2011 by the Reds out of high school, 27 pick overall. Got traded from Pittsburgh to Tampa Bay on June 2nd for Alika Williams, and he was thrilled because he said over the last handful of years what they've done with pitchers, it's pretty incredible. The best man at his wedding was former teammate and former Yankee Sal Romano.
Wow. You just mentioned, I mean, with Pittsburgh, he had a 5.1 ERA.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay, 3.16.
Something in the water. 2 away. Now, what has impressed his new teammates the most is his hair. So Jason Adam, another pitcher in the bullpen, said he's got impeccable hair. Think he should get a deal with some hair product brand or the Lego Pop-On hair. Either way, it's perfect.
It's got to be all under the hat. So he's got the hair helmet.
Look at that. Oh, he's got the little part. Yeah, perfect hair.
That part looks like he really spent some time before he goes out in the bullpen.
Yeah. You just eliminated that after your playing days.
The part?
The hair.
Oh, the hair. Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't have it. You know, I kept it always nice and tight.
But now you've just completely eradicated it.
Yeah. It's gray if it comes out, so I'm not big with the gray hair.
So you're lying to yourself.
Yes.
Swinging him. As Bader down on strikes. The Yankees go down in order. It's time for the 7th inning stretch here in St. Pete.
Thank you. I appreciate this. You want one of these?
I'm good, KG.
You want your ginger shot?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I need some positivity today. I'm trying to cover this spread, and your vibe is off, G.
What's wrong with my vibe?
You got to get you one of these, G. Just got oranges,
nope.
Ginger, bit of carrots.
I don't know.
Get to sipping some of this positivity in your life, and boom! You see that? Spread's covered. Thank you, Mama. In a minute, G.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
The last of summer will draw you in at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's like a magnet, but for people.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Wasn't it?
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
Time for your Ford Studio update. Bob and Flash with you. Yesterday, pitching and hitting for the Yanks came together. Today, Clark Schmidt held up his end of the bargain.
Clark Schmidt is doing his thing. 3 runs on the board. Only one of those is earned after that IKF error leading off the 2nd inning. And I think pitching through the 6th inning for Clark Schmidt is a big deal. But the Yankees offensively, only 1 hit. The good news, they beat up Tampa's bullpen this year to an ERA of 7. So we'll see if they can get something done the last couple of innings.
We will see, and then we'll see you on the postgame.
All right, thanks, guys. So Clark Schmidt has recorded an out in the 7th inning in his career. That's over 30 starts, and he can do that right here as he starts the 7th, bottom of the 7th. It's 3-0 Tampa Bay. And the pitch low, 1-0.
80 pitches. I mean, very efficient. And he's done that. 97's been his high all year. He's done that a few times this year. You know, a lot has to do with the pitch clock, too, as far as going deep into the game. When you have guys that, you know, you watch Clark Schmidt and how quick he is with the movement, the two-step all over, and what he does before he delivers the baseball. Everything is fast. And that's probably a lot of exertion and a lot of energy used out there. And when you sometimes late in the ball game, you get starters that would like to slow it down just a little bit and say, you know what, I need a breather, or I need to, you know, take some time and, you know, before I deliver this pitch. And you can't do that anymore. I mean, you have 15 seconds with nobody on base, so it's basically, hey, I got to get right back on that rubber and throw the ball. So there's no really downtime once you start getting late in the ball game.
You know, you mentioned that. I was talking to the Hall of Famer John Smoltz about that, and he said guys that are getting tired because of the pitch clock, they're not running enough.
No, I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
Just like
agree.
You said.
Absolutely agree.
Fouled away.
I mean, you see the amount of energy. He probably uses more energy out there with what he does on his delivery, with the little steps that he takes, more than a normal.
Well, he knows it's batter to batter now before Boone goes with the bullpen. And that's a foul ball. That one is lined into left field, and it's going to be past the diving Pereira. Backing up is Bader. Throw to second, holding Aranda to a single.
Well, not a bad effort by Pereira when you know you have Bader backing you up. This is a little bit more into the left center field jam shot, and he's saying, you know what, I might as well try to dive for this knowing that I have backup. And nice job by Bader getting over there, backing that ball up.
So here is Jose Siri coming to pinch run for Aranda.
You wonder if the Rays will put anything on here. I know they're up 3-0 late in the ball game. At the bottom of the lineup, you have Siri that runs well.
Good pitch.
Yeah, good slider.
Middleton and Wandy. One and one. Keeping Siri close.
Siri 10 stolen bases on the year, has been caught 3 times. A pretty big lead over there first.
Chase him back. I'm going to ask you a simple question. The same baseball he rubbed up before, is that just nervous habit? Does that do anything to rub up the baseball?
No, not really. It's sometimes a habit. That was his second time going over.
Chop towards second base. There's one, and that's all they get. And that's the first out ever recorded by Clark Schmidt in the 7th inning. So how has he gotten batters out? Pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, it's been nice to see. There's that slider away. There's that big knuckle curveball. That's been having some success. Another good knuckle curveball. The cutter up to Raley. He's done a really nice job. He's got to be proud of himself getting that out in the 7th inning. 4 strikeouts. Hasn't walked a batter. I think anything, it just shows that, you know, with himself that, hey, I can do it, right? I mean, that's what he's got to feel, that I can get outs in the 7th inning. I can, you know, I can figure things out to try to go deeper.
Two on Pinto, who's 0 for 2 against Schmidt.
Well, this is where you can expand the zone, maybe get another strikeout here.
1-2.
A double play guy here. He just laid off that pitch outside. This is where you'd love to see a fastball in. Can you throw something in to get a ground ball?
And that one gets past Rortvedt, allowing Basabe to move to second.
Well, Schmidt spiked a knuckle curveball. No chance for Rortvedt to block that one. He hit about 2 feet in front of the plate.
Whoa, just missed.
You want to leave it at a 3-0 game. You got to be careful here. 3-2.
Still 3-2 on the number 9 hitter and the catcher Pinto. Yeah, they called up Pinto on July 21st when Mejia went on the IL with a sprained MCL in his left knee, and he handled the job so well that the Rays DFA'd Mejia when he came off the IL last week. Actually, earlier this week. Foul back.
Seven pitches. That's his max this year so far. So this next pitch should be another season high.
Runner leads off second, 1 man out, 3-2. Boy, Pinto putting together a really good at bat.
Yeah, he's really covering that outside part of the plate. You know, earlier in this count, if you would have just shown up something in, especially with that 1-2 pitch where he wound up spiking that curveball for a wild pitch, you go inside, might have gotten a ground ball, a double play, get out of this inning. And he's battled. Pinto's able to cover that outside with the curveball and the cutter. Probably don't want to go in this count, but maybe something away, a little sinker away.
Pitch number 99 about to be delivered. Swing and a miss, got him. Pinto down on strikes, 2 away. And here comes Boone.
Well, really good pitch and great effort by Clark Schmidt today. Nice meeting on the mound right before that pitch. A slider away. You see the smile. Yeah, he can do it. He can go deep in the game. He can get into that 7th. Get outs in the 7th.
So 99 pitches, 6 2/3 innings. First batter ever retired in the 7th in his career as a starter. He departs.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season's just 18 weeks. That's it. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel, with live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at a Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night in Buffalo.
Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets and get $100 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Suffolk Credit Union, empowering your possible. By Western Beef Supermarkets. Think fresh, save big. And by FanDuel, make every moment more. Clark Schmidt got a nice reception in that Yankee dugout. 6 2/3 strong innings. Gave up 3 runs. Left a runner at second base. And turns it over to Wandy Peralta to try to get out Brandon Lau. Almost hit him, and he rocketed it foul. 54th game for Wandy.
I think Clark's dad was in the stands, right? Watching the effort.
Mm-hmm. And for those that
really
missed it
good
yesterday,
landing by Clark Schmidt.
He was the pilot on the Yankee charter. 0-2.
Now, Michael, you guys are talking about that landing, and I told you how they made Wandy go in the cockpit to try to cure his fear of flying. And while they seem to think that it worked, I spoke to Wandy today, and he said absolutely not. He is never doing that again. He doesn't like getting on airplanes. That will not change. Sorry, Dwight.
Troy Benjamin said it was one of the best landing he's had all year. I didn't even know he was on the ground.
Our producer. Yeah, that's great. 0-2. That's an unfortunate line of business for Wandy if he doesn't like to fly.
You know, it's a tough career choice when you're flying all the time. But hey, he's making it work.
I remember Jose Cardinal. Oh, my God. He hated to fly as well. He'd scream anytime that plane went up and down.
Lau goes down on strikes, so he might be afraid to fly, but he can pitch, and he can get out lefties. We'll go to the 8th. 3-0 Rays.
I've got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that truck. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Home internet from T-Mobile, just $50 a month.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
They'll be here in 5. We ready?
There's a... We'll just put books here, and that looks fine.
That's bad. There we go.
Ooh, that's no good.
I can just go.
Yeah. Can you do that the whole day?
That works. I can't
Not
stop.
a big deal.
I can't stop.
I don't have it.
Left. Left. Perfect.
We should have used Bear.
Today, let's paint, spray, and stain with Bear, America's most trusted paint brand.
Was the fridge here before?
Yes. Bear, exclusively at the Home Depot.
It's back. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
Well, I wanted to share that Jeff and I will be cruising on the first ever Legends of Baseball cruise on December 9th on the Celebrity Apex out of Fort Lauderdale and going to the Caribbean. There'll be other Yankee greats joining us like Mickey Rivers, Chris Chambliss, Greg Nettles, El Duque, and more. So be sure to check out the website legendsofbaseballcruise.com and join us and get out of the cold. And Jeff has told me I really shouldn't reveal this, but he'll be sporting a Speedo on the cruise. All 7 days.
I already have a bad enough vision in my mind from the last time he talked about that with some other certain person wearing a Speedo.
Jason Adam takes over. That should be a fun cruise, so looking forward to it. And Pereira takes outside. 1-1.
Yeah, I did a Zoom call last week on it and met a lot of great people. And a lot of questions. They're all looking forward to meeting Michael Kay.
Grounded to third, backhanded beautifully by Paredes. The long throw. They got him. Paredes can really play third. Took a double away from Pereira right there.
Yeah, great arm. Let's see how he goes to his right, backhand, throws across the diamond. Great pick by Raley. Raley, the new first baseman, coming in from center. Siri out in center field.
So when you look back at Clark Schmidt, gave up 3 runs, only one of them earned. So that's an outstanding performance by Schmidt. But the Yankee offense has managed just 1 hit. A 1-out single in the 6th inning by LeMahieu. 1 hit. And 2 walks. That's their offense today. Ben Rortvedt did get into scoring position after his walk in the 3rd inning. One and two.
Adams got a really strange delivery, especially with his arm angle. Throws more like a catcher. As soon as it comes out of that glove, he'll like show you the ball right on the top, and then he goes right to his ear. Short arms the ball. Fastball 94 to 96 and a slider. Does have a changeup. Watch how he'll show you that ball and then goes right to his ear when he throws it. See, watch it. Takes it out of his glove and goes right to the ear. Short arm.
So he had 4 seasons from 18 through 21 with the Royals, Blue Jays, and the Cubs. In those 4 seasons, had a 4.71 ERA. Swing and a miss. Since joining the Rays, yes, it happened again, he has a 2.11 ERA. Monday, after Yankees coverage, don't miss an all-new episode of Homegrown, The Path to Pinstripes, as our docu-crew heads back to High A, Hudson Valley, for a look at top prospects, including Spencer Jones, 6'8". Watch Homegrown, presented by Wendy's, Monday after Yankees on Yes and the Yes app. So here's Ben Rortvedt. Oh, no, they're pinch hitting Jake Bowers for Rortvedt, who was 0 for 1 with a walk. 2-0.
Adam does really well against lefties. Better against lefties, actually, than righties. Righties 193. Lefties only hitting 167 off of Adam.
There's a strike.
A lot more change-ups to the left-handed hitter.
3-1.
Plate umpire Gabe Morales right off the mask.
Bowers has 1 hit and 3 walks in his last 26 plate appearances. And he's 0 for his last 20.
Earning lessees can get the Ford F-150 for $289 a month. Details at buyfordnow.com.
Post says the key is under the Bisanguita cactus.
When you want to easily unlock your vacation.
Really helpful.
It matters where you stay. True by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
They'll be here in 5. We ready?
There's a... Oh. We'll just put books here, and that looks fine.
That's bad. There we go.
Ooh, that's no good.
I can just go.
Yeah. Can you do that the whole day?
That works. I can't
Not
stop.
a big deal.
I can't stop.
I don't have it.
Left. Left. Perfect.
We should have used Bear.
Yeah.
Today, let's paint, spray, and stain with Bear, America's most trusted paint brand.
Was the fridge here before?
Yes.
Bear, exclusively at the Home Depot.
It's back. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
You put up with me for that long. Enough room for me. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Good job. My name's Robert, and I want to live.
Hey fans, up your fan engagement and earn real rewards with the new Yes Rewards loyalty program on the Yes app. Complete quest and earn points for watching the team that you love. Then redeem for awesome prizes and gift cards. Get in the game with Yes Rewards on the Yes app. Kyle Higashioka, the new catcher. Roy Bett was pinch hit for. And Keenan Middleton is on for the Yankees, their third pitcher. And he'll face Randy Arozarena to start the bottom of the 8th. And there's a strike.
Middleton's done a really nice job as a Yankee. This is his 10th appearance. An 0.82 ERA. Only giving up 1 run in 11 innings.
Oh, 0-2. Yankees have won 2 of their last 3 after that 2-12 slide. And in the last 3 games, they scored 20 runs, but they've been shut down today. Just 1 hit over 8 innings. Two and two. And the count goes full.
Middleton has a good fastball, mid-90s, 94 to 95. Got a good changeup. It's his out pitch most of the time, and also a slider. There's that changeup. You see Rosarena way out in front of that one.
And he walked him. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. And 1 on low.
Rosarena 15 stolen bases on the year. You have Middleton a lot of off speed, a lot of those changeups down. There's more changeups than fastballs. I really have to watch a Rosarena getting a good jump on an off speed pitch.
Served into left field. That's going to be a base hit in front of Pereira. Moving to second to Rosarena. Base hit for Lowe, his second of the day. And that'll bring up Paredes, and we take a look at the defensive plays of the game.
A real nice job. Olay going across the diamond, and then he goes to his right. A little backhand, uses the turf. One hops over to first base. Good defender over there at third. So a pretty good hitter. 26 homers, 80 RBIs.
Swing and a miss.
A lot of times in RBI situations, you saw the 80 RBIs from Paredes. They'll get really aggressive on the first couple pitches. That slider that he was looking dead red first fastball. Swung through a slider.
Paredes came over from the Tigers last April in a trade for Austin Meadows. And the Rays also got a competitive balance round B pick. It was an unbelievable trade for Tampa Bay. And they traded Meadows high, coming off a really good year, and they saw something in Paredes that they feel that they could tap into, and they've tapped into it. Swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes. High fastball from Middleton.
Well, after leading him off with some sliders, you got him looking for that breaking ball, and he throws a fastball upstairs. Paredes trying to protect against the slider. He gets a heater. Good pitch.
So here's Raley, first and second, one man out. Bottom of the eighth, it's 3-0 Tampa Bay. Want to look ahead to the ninth inning for the Yankees. It'll be the top of the order: LeMahieu, Judge, and Torres. And if anybody gets on, stand after that. Fairbanks and Kittredge getting ready. It'll be Fairbanks if it's a 3-run lead. And if this is a double play, that's what it will be. But it is not a 3-run lead. A great scoop by LeMahieu. That saved a run, by the way, as Rosarena had to stay put at third.
Yeah, this was an outstanding play here. You see Peraza try to rush the throw to see if he can turn two, and great pick by LeMahieu.
So here's Ramirez. Sack fly, grounded to third. and then a fielder's choice grounder. Ties him up. There's the strike. Good changeup inside part of the plate.
Now Raley will run as well. I mean, you have two fast runners on the base pass with a Rosarena on third and a Raley on first. You know, it's 2 outs a lot of times. You know, usually sometimes 2 outs, if that guy doesn't get a good jump, you'll wind up throwing through and trying to get the runner stealing. But a lot of times you won't even throw through.
Raley leads off first, held by LeMahieu. Middleton deals. Raley goes. Pitches high. No throw. Just a fake. Nobody even covered. Stolen base for Raley. That removes a force and also could get them a second run on a base hit.
Yeah, Matt Blake going out, probably just talking about signs of what you want to do here with a man on second. You know, Raley got a really big jump. You know, sometimes the 2 outs they'll throw through to see if they can get that runner. I've seen a lot of times around the league, usually first and third, especially with a fast runner on third. They'll just give up that stolen base.
Well, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame. Get analysis from the studio and player reaction from the clubhouse. Plus, Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up next on Yes and the Yes app. With first base open, Ramirez, obviously a pretty good RBI guy, and Siri's on deck.
Right.
Maybe they were talking about that a bit as well.
Well, this is where, if that's the case, try to expand the zone. You don't want anything out over the middle of the plate. You got to watch the changeup as well. You might go slider away.
Slider away, 3-1.
Probably go right back to that pitch.
Siri is a low average hitter, but he can hit the ball out. Three and two. Swung through the change. Rosarena at third. Raley is at second. 3-0 Rays, bottom of the 8th. Way outside. So that'll load the bases for Siri. Siri came into the game last inning to pinch run for Aranda. 224. He does have 24 home runs and 52 runs batted in. He's certainly not an easy out. Swing and a miss.
2 changeups up and in. That slider that Siri swung through on that second pitch. That was a good pitch away. You know, the changeup, you got to be careful throwing that. He's been leaving that up in the zone. He might go slider away, try to expand the zone. Siri's going to be very aggressive. He wants to knock in these runs.
Swing and a miss. The strategy pays off. The Rays leave the bases loaded, and the Yankees will try to rally in the ninth.
Do it big. With the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box, however you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. I do it big. The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta.
Oh, hello. Need a new ride that works as hard as you do? Save big at the Ford Labor Day sales event, because you deserve a break. Returning lessees can get the Ford F-150 for $289 a month. Details at buyfordnow.com.
for me.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Good job. My name's Robert, and I want to live.
Wasn't me.
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
Get saucy. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
It's time for Exit Velocity, presented by Spectrum. DJ LeMay will lead off the ninth. Yesterday had 2 home runs, one in the fifth inning, 102 off the bat, 393 feet, and one in the eighth inning, 101.7, 405 feet.
Pretty good exit velo. 2 breaking balls, 2 hanging breaking balls that DJ hit yesterday.
Three 0. Tampa Bay trying to even up the series in a game apiece. And they send out their closer, Pete Fairbanks, 16 of 17 in save opportunities. That'll face the top of the order.
Well, real good fastball. It'll reach triple digits, 98 to 100. He throws a slider a lot more than his fastball.
Well, Fairbanks missed 2 weeks in May, forearm inflammation, 2 weeks in June with left hip inflammation. When he's healthy, he's money. Now, strangely, the Rays bullpen against the Yankees has really struggled. The bullpen's numbers against the Yankees coming into this game was 7.12.
They're almost at a 4 combined on the year. It's a bullpen that's always been up there in innings and used a lot. They're second in the AL in innings. Their starters really don't go deep in the game.
'97 foul back by LeMahieu.
Fairbanks pretty similar to Adam as far as short arming the ball, how they go from glove straight to that ear.
.99 miles an hour. And a base hit to left field for LeMahieu. His second hit of the game. The Yankees' second hit of the game.
Well, he got a slider that he could handle. After a couple fastballs up and away, he gets a hanging breaking ball and he destroys it into left field for a base hit.
So here's Judge against Fairbanks. Slider on the inside corner, 0-1. Judge 0 for 4 last night. He's 0 for 3 today.
I remember Fairbanks, when we had him at the stadium, really had a hard time with his fastball command. Threw a lot of sliders. It's the only pitch he could control.
Well, Judge is seeing a steady diet of breaking balls in these 2 games.
Yeah, that's a good slider down and away. He's just pulling off the ball a little bit. He may see a fastball upstairs out of the zone, or you come back with a slider.
Swing and a miss. Slider. Judge down on strikes, 1 away.
He's got a good one. You see where it starts out in the zone, right in the middle, and ends up on the outside.
Here's Gleyber Torres, 0 for 2 with a walk. 0-1. Now 0-2. Let's take a look at his arsenal on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud.
Well, you got to respect the fastball because he gets it up around 100 miles an hour. We've seen 99 so far. Doesn't really throw the splitter, but he throws that slider, and it's a nasty one. You saw a couple of them to judge.
The 0-2. Laid off the pitch upstairs. 1-2.
You know, it's one of those pitches when you're throwing that hard, it's just a show me pitch. Let me see if I can get a swing and miss upstairs. I'm going to come right back to that slider down and away.
Spoils that one and fouls it back. Still 1-2. Yankees with a great performance by Garrett Cole. 2 home runs by LeMahieu. Won last night's game. Now their offense is stalled against 4 Rays pitchers. 6 innings by Glasnow, Stevenson, and Adams, or Adam each with an inning. And now Pete Fairbanks trying to close it out. Yankees have managed just 2 hits. Two and two. Lays off that one to work the count full.
Well, good at bat, especially those last two pitches. Laying off 2 good sliders down in the zone.
Well, if Torres could work his way on, then Stanton comes up as a tying run. Three-two. Strike 3. Torres down looking. Slider on the inside part of the plate. 2 away.
Yeah, I don't know how much this caught any part of the plate.
It was inside.
Yeah, it was inside. A real tough pitch to give him. And you have the home plate umpire, Gabe Morales, right over seeing that pitch all the way. I think that was a ball.
They're Stanton 0 for 3, 2 walks. Fastball right by him. 0-1. Giancarlo has been susceptible to good fastballs this season. We'll see if they do anything but throw him heat. There's a fastball, high pop-up. Catch is made, and the game is over. The Rays shut out the Yankees 3-0, and the Yankees managed just 2 hits, and this series is tied at a game apiece. Well, they got a great start from Clark Schmidt, but the offense couldn't do much, so the Yankees end up losing 3-0. We'll come back, wrap it up, post-game after that.
With the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box, however you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. I do it big. The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, oh, up to you, New York, New York, New Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can